So now we're putting the seat together, and I'm gonna show you how to do this once. And what I do is I take a little Loctite and I put just a dab. It's the red Loctite, so you don't want a lot. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's just a touch. On my screws for my brackets for my seat poles, it's a little tip for you. I put a lot of miles on them. I put thousands of miles on my shacks every year, and that's just one of them little tips I'm gonna show you. But now what we're doing, this is very easy. The first thing I did was I put my cross brace in. It tells you to line your bars up, but I throw my cross brace in, put my caps on, my braces on, fairly loose so I can slide it around. And down at this end, what you wanna do is you wanna take your inside edge of your pole and line it up with the edge of the seat. And I've done this a few times where it might not be right the first time, but use the back square as your inside edge, not the bend. It works out a lot better. Your seat's positioned right. And that looks, just by eyeballing it, looks about like it's nice and square to my bracket right there. So now I'm gonna finish tightening these down. You can use the impact. You just don't want to tighten them all the way with impact. To speed things up, you want to tighten them by hand. You don't want to pull the little thread dowels out of the seat. So sometimes if you use an impact, it could be too hard. And we'll go through and tighten all them down so it doesn't slide anymore. And the seat is done, and we'll move on to the brackets of the shanty. But another thing I did is I've taken all the screws out of this bench and put Loctite on them. You know, Saginaw Bay is pretty unforgiving, so I Loctite everything. It's just something I do. I've had them come loose. Just a little tip to make your life a lot simpler, so when you get out there, you don't have screws and nuts and bolts flying around in your tub. Most people don't put on the miles I put on my shanties, so that's kind of what I do. There we go. I also put a little bit of Loctite on these fins. They're gonna bend over a little bit when you put the end caps in, and that Loctite just kind of keeps them from falling out. And I just put a little tiny bit on it. And then I knock them in. That'll set up and it won't pop out on you no more. Let's get this done and we'll move on to the next step.